The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago was attacked and captured by next-generation special forces, being led by members of Foxhound. They're demanding that the government turn over the remains of Big Boss, and they say that if their demands are not met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear weapon. You'll have two mission objectives. First, you're to rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and the president of Armstech, Kenneth Baker. Both are being held as hostages. Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike, and stop them if they do.
What's the insertion method?
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim. High-Tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound. Your former unit, and one that I was a commander of.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mattis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman. And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter. And finally, in charge of them, Foxhound squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake?
The man with the same codename as you. The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As usual, this is a one-man infiltration mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP?
Yes. This is a top-secret black op. Don't expect any official support. The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago was attacked and captured by next-generation special forces, being led by members of Foxhound. They're demanding that the government turn over the remains of Big Boss, and they say that if their demands are not met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear weapon. You'll have 2 mission objectives. First, you're to rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and the president of Armstech, Kenneth Baker. Both are being held as hostages. Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike, and stop them if they do.
What's the insertion method?
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim. High-Tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound. Your former unit, and one that I was a commander of.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mattis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman. And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter. And finally, in charge of them, Foxhound squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake?
The man with the same codename as you. The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As usual, this is a one-man infiltration mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP?
Yes. This is a top-secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
Hello everyone, it's the Res Under Rock, and today we're going to start playing Metal Gear Solid. No, before that though. Okay. Brightness okay? Looks okay. Oh man, this game takes me back so much. But oh, it's actually breaking. Let's take a bit of time to watch. This is gonna take a while. If you're just interested in the game, but probably skip out 30 minutes or something.
That's no way to greet an old war buddy, Snake.
What do you want from me?
I just invited you here so we could have a talk.
Invited? That's what you call sending armed soldiers after me?
Sorry if they were a little rough with you. But we've got a serious
Rough's
situation.
an understatement.
Only you can get us out of it.
I'm retired from Foxhound. You're not my commander anymore, and I don't have to take orders from you or anyone else.
You will take these orders. I know it.
Excuse me.
Who's this?
Dr. Naomi Hunter. She's chief of Foxhound's medical staff and an expert in gene therapy.
Are you military?
No, civilian. I've been sent here from ATGC. Pleasure to meet you, Snake. Don't worry, this injection won't hurt a bit.
What's the shot for?
What's wrong? You don't like shots?
Snake, listen
I'm
up.
gonna say it's just like,
It all
you know,
went down 5 hours ago.
don't really know what's for.
Soldiers occupied Shadow Moses
Wink,
Island,
wink.
a remote island off the coast of Alaska.
What soldiers?
Next Generation Special Forces, led by members of Unit Foxhound. They've presented Washington with a single demand, and they say that if it isn't met, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
A nuclear weapon?
I'm afraid so. You see, the island is the site of a secret nuclear weapons disposal facility.
Foxhound hijacking a nuclear weapon?
Now you understand how serious the situation is. You'll have two mission objectives.
Alright. What was
First,
it?
you're to rescue the DARPA chief,
Boyd.
Donald Anderson, and the president of ArmsTech, Kenneth Baker. They're both being held as hostages.
Those are some heavy-duty hostages.
Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to launch a nuclear strike, and stop them if they do. Any questions, Snake?
Questions? I haven't even said whether I'd accept this mission.
Nope.
More about the situation.
I don't like you still there.
Tell me about the nuclear weapon disposal facility.
The disposal facility includes a hardened underground base. Even with our most advanced intelligence gathering equipment, we can't tell what's happening inside.
So someone needs to penetrate, gather intelligence, and report back. Sounds like a spy movie. What's the insertion method?
Well, an air insertion is impossible.
Not with this storm going on.
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
Approach?
Yes, within a few miles of it. The facility is equipped with sonar detection capabilities. They'd be able to hear our engine or propeller noise.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV.
Launch?
Same as a torpedo, only this has no propulsion device of its own. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim.
You want me to swim in sub-zero Alaskan water?
Don't worry. That suit represents the latest advances in polythermal technology. The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As usual, this is a one-man infiltration mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP?
Yes, this is a top-secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
What's new? Alright, you know, they can't use the analog stick for this one.
What's the time limit?
24
I
hours.
think so.
They say they'll launch after 24 hours.
Do they say what the target will be?
So far, they haven't mentioned the target.
When did the countdown start?
5 hours ago.
Okay. Nope. No, there's yours. Thank you.
Colonel, who are you speaking for?
Naturally, I'm representing the U.S. government.
So who's in supervisory control of this operation?
The President of the United States.
Which means that the President must be meeting with his top aides in the map room about now, huh?
No,
Who's this?
at this point, they're still video conferencing with each other.
If that's a real nuclear warhead, shouldn't they issue a COG?
Not yet. The Secretary of Defense has operational control and is fully aware of the situation. After you infiltrate, if you determine they possess nuclear launch capabilities, a COG will be issued.
Well, if they haven't relocated to the nuclear shelter under Mount Washington, I suppose there isn't that much reason to worry yet. Is the National Security Agency in on this?
Yes. So is the DIA, the Defense Intelligence Agency.
The DIA? I'm starting to get a bad feeling about this.
They'll be sending us some support.
We don't need desk jockeys. We need a nuclear weapons specialist.
Of course. A nuclear weapons specialist has already been assigned to us.
Sorry, I'm checking on the audio. Everything is good. He's gonna have to check that on other streams. So the audio seems a little bit low compared to
We need
the other
backup
games
from
we
the
played.
specialist. I'm just an amateur when it comes to nuclear weapons.
I know. That's why I've requested the assistance
Natasha
of a military
Romanenko.
analyst named Nastasha Romanenko. She'll be providing you backup by Kodak.
A female analyst?
She's built up an impressive record as an advisor for the Nuclear Emergency Search Team. Contact her if you have any questions. She's also an expert on high-tech weapons.
Where's she working from?
At her home in Los Angeles.
California. Seems like a million miles away.
Natasha Romanenko.
Colonel, you're retired. Why are you involved in this?
Because there aren't many people who know Foxhound as well as I do.
Is that really the only reason?
I've been soldiering for a long time. I don't know anything else. I guess even though I'm getting a little old, I still love to be in the field.
Colonel, you're a lousy liar. Tell me the real reason.
Okay, Snake. Sorry.
Yeah, the thing is though, Snake, this isn't the first time it's gonna start lying to
Very
you.
dear to me is being held hostage.
Who is it?
My niece, Meryl.
Meryl. Meryl. Talk to me about your
What was your
niece.
niece doing here?
Several soldiers were reported missing the day of the revolt. And my niece was one of those called in as an emergency replacement.
She looks
Convenient.
like you.
She's my little brother's girl. He died in the Gulf War. Since then, I've been watching after her.
A personal motive, Colonel. That's not very soldierly.
I'm retired. I'm just an old man now. And I'm your friend.
Since when are we friends?
I've thought of us as friends since the fall of Zanzibar.
With my personality, I don't have too many friends.
That's what I trust about you. It's what makes you human. Please,
What?
Snake. Save my niece, Meryl.
All right. But I have two conditions.
Name them.
One, no more secrets between us. I want complete disclosure at all times. And two, I'll only accept orders directly from you, Colonel. No cutoffs involved, okay?
Agreed. That's why I was called. But one thing,
What?
I'm not a colonel anymore. Just a retired old warhorse.
I understand, Colonel.
Colonel. Oh, press the wrong button.
That doctor, is she part of this operation too?
She was in charge of Foxhound's gene therapy. She knows more about those men than anyone else.
You mean you've seen them naked?
Make no mistake, I'm not a nurse. I'm a scientist.
By the way, what was that injection for?
It's a combination of nanomachines and an anti-freezing peptide so that your blood and other bodily fluids don't freeze, even at subarctic temperatures.
Nanomachines.
Not just one kind, either. There are different types which will replenish the supply of adrenaline, nutrition, and sugar in your bloodstream.
Now I don't have to worry about food.
I also put some nootropics in there.
Say what?
Nootropics. A class of drugs which will help improve your mental functioning.
It'll make me smarter, huh? Anything else?
Yes, Benzedrine. It's a type of stimulant. It'll keep you alert and responsive for 12 straight hours.
That was quite a cocktail. Anything else in there?
Those nanomachines will also keep your Codex batteries charged up.
I guess I can call you when I'm ready to go on a diet.
You're welcome.
Naomi. Naomi.
The chief of DARPA and the president of an arms manufacturing company. What business did they have at a nuclear weapons disposal facility?
The truth is that secret exercises were being conducted at the time the terrorist group attacked.
Must be extremely important exercises if those two were directly involved. Were they testing some kind of new advanced weapon?
I'm not privy to that information.
Do we know exactly where they're being held?
The DARPA chief has also been injected with the mini transmitter. As you get closer, you should be able to pick up his location on your radar.
Just a few left, I guess.
Do they really have the ability to launch a nuclear missile?
They say they do. They even gave us the serial number of the warhead they plan to use.
Was the number confirmed?
I'm afraid so. At the very least, they've got their hands on a real nuclear warhead.
Isn't there some kind of safety device to prevent this type of terrorism?
Yes. Every missile and warhead in our arsenal is equipped with a PAL, which uses a discrete detonation code.
PAL.
Permissive Action Link. The safety control system built into all nuclear weapons systems. But even so, we can't rest easy.
Why not?
Because the DARPA chief knows the detonation code.
But even if they have a nuclear warhead, it must have been removed from its missile. All the missiles on these disposal sites are supposed to be dismantled. It's not that easy to get your hands on an ICBM.
That used to be true. But since the end of the Cold War, you can get anything if you have enough money and the right connections.
Well. I got really nothing much to add on this.
How well armed are these terrorists? I know there was an exercise going on at the time they revolted.
They're heavily armed, I'm afraid.
What about their battle experience?
The 6 members of Foxhound in charge are all hardened veterans. They're tough enough to eat nails and ask for seconds.
I wouldn't expect anything less from Foxhound.
The others are next-generation special forces. They're not your average grunts either.
So what exactly are they demanding?
A person's remains.
Remains?
That's right. To be more accurate, cell specimens which contain the individual's genomic information.
Cell specimens? Why would they want that?
The terrorists need them. You see, these next-generation special forces have been strengthened through gene therapy.
Strengthened?
You've heard of the Human Genome Project. They've been mapping the human genome, and they're nearly finished.
Just like me.
Following up on this research,
Just repeating
the military has
keywords.
been working towards identifying those genes which are responsible for making effective soldiers.
There are genes that do that?
Yes, and using gene therapy, they're able to transplant those genes into regular soldiers.
Gene therapy?
I'll explain this part. With gene therapy, we can remove those genes which we know may lead to sickness or disease, and at the same time splice in genes with beneficial effects, such as resistance to cancer, for example.
In other words, we can overcome all sorts of genetic diseases, and at the same time add genetic characteristics as desired.
Okay. And so if you knew what genes were responsible for making the perfect soldier, you could implant them in the same way, right?
Yes, we could.
But it all depends on being able to isolate and identify those soldier genes.
And in order to do that, it's helpful if you can study the genomic information of one of the greatest soldiers ever.
And you're gonna ask the greatest soldier ever? You guys already know who that is.
One of the greatest soldiers ever?
The man they call the greatest warrior of the 20th century.
You don't
mean Big Boss.
That's right. We've been working feverishly to identify the genes responsible for his incredible combat skill. So far, we've discovered about 60 of the so-called soldier genes.
So his body was recovered after all.
Yes, and his cells have remained frozen in a cryo chamber. His genomic information is a priceless treasure to mankind.
Priceless to the military, perhaps.
His body was burned severely, but it was possible to restore his DNA profile from just a single strand of his hair.
You people are amazing. And then you're gonna transplant those genes into soldiers?
Yes. We'll use a process that I discovered called gene targeting. the strongest soldiers don't become what they are by acquiring their skills through training or experience. We now know that hereditary factors are far more crucial for creating superior soldiers.
Snake, we can't give them his body. It's potentially more dangerous than all the nuclear warheads on that island put together.
I hear the terrorists are calling themselves the Sons of Big Boss.
It's a big boss. Next generation special force unit.
Tell me about these next generation special forces.
They started out as an anti-terrorist special ops unit, made up of former members of biochem units, technical escort units, and the nuclear emergency search team. Their purpose was to respond to threats involving next-generation weapons of mass destruction, including NBC weapons.
Until they were added, that is.
Who's they?
These guys didn't start out as regular army.
Looks like a pretty international group. Mercenaries?
Yeah, and it gets worse. Most of them were from a merc agency that I think you're familiar with. They were part of Big Boss's private guard. And after Big Boss went down, the military just bought out all their contracts.
Outer heaven.
After that, they were merged with our own VR unit, Force 21, and retrained. If you ask me, these so-called next-generation special forces should be called simulated soldiers. They have no real battle experience.
Video game players, huh?
Don't forget they've all been strengthened with gene therapy. They carry genes which make them excellent soldiers. Don't get careless just because they don't have much experience.
I thought using genetically modified soldiers was prohibited by international law.
Yes, but those are just declarations, not actual treaties.
The interesting thing is that nearly every member of the unit conspired in this attack.
Just unanimous approval.
How could an entire unit be subverted to rebellion?
They're calling it a revolution.
Since they all went through the same gene therapy, they probably felt closer than brothers. They see the unit as their only family.
The Sons of Big Boss. But if they were regular army, they must have been interviewed periodically by army counselors.
According to their files, they all got straight A's on their psychological tests. They all seemed like fine, upstanding, patriotic soldiers.
But they all took part in the uprising?
No, several people didn't show up on the day of the exercise. That's why there was a resupply of troops.
Was there any sign recently that something might be wrong?
There was a report a month ago that they were acting strangely.
Apparently they consulted classified information about the soldier genes and performed their own gene therapy experiments.
They can do that even without you?
Well, our gene therapy process is almost completely automated. And besides that, they're all geniuses with IQs over 180.
108.
Even the existence of this genome army is a national secret of the highest order. We've been hoping to investigate this thing quietly and deal with it behind closed doors. High-Tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound. Your former unit, and one that I was a commander of. An elite group combining firepower and expertise. They're every bit as good as when I was commanding them.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mantis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman. And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter.
Looks like a lovely bunch of folks. Too bad we'll be meeting under these circumstances.
And finally, in charge of them, Foxhound's squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake?
Yes. And you're the only person who can stand against him.
Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake.
Liquid
Man with
Snake.
the same code name as you.
Tell me what you know.
He fought in the Gulf War as a teenager, the youngest person in the SAS. His job was to track down and destroy mobile Scud missile launching platforms. You were there too, I believe. Didn't you infiltrate Western Iraq with a platoon of Green Berets?
I was just a kid myself back then.
The details are classified, but it seems that originally he penetrated the Middle East as a sleeper for the SIS.
He was a spy for the British Secret Intelligence Service?
But he never once showed his face in Century House. He was taken prisoner in Iraq, and after that there was no trace of him for several years. After you retired, he was rescued and became a member of Foxhound.
I thought that by the time I left, they were no longer using code names.
I don't know his real name. That information is so highly classified that even I can't look at it.
Sure.
Here's a photo of
Sure,
it.
Colonel.
Pretty shocking, huh? His skin tone is different, but otherwise you two are exact duplicates.
I have a twin?
I don't know the details, but it seems so. That's why we really need you for this mission.
You're the only one who can beat him. Now that I've met you, I know. You've got something that he doesn't.
What's
I can see
that?
it in your eyes.
Oh, very,
I don't
very,
find
very
that
vague.
thought very
Vague.
comforting.
That's true. Yeah, something else.
I need to borrow your scissors.
What are you going to do?
Don't worry, just gonna clean myself up a little.
Huh?
I don't want to be mistaken for the leader of the terrorists.
So, does he just dye his hair now? But he's obviously pretty blonde. That's... Oh, it's probably just a summary of the first two games. Let's see. Okay. All of the... Yeah. I played this a long time ago, but it's been a very long time ago. Just play normal. Yeah, I can't play this with the radar off. All right, here we go. Now, the thing about this game is that I actually got into it because of my dad. Just came on one day, my dad was playing the demo. And yeah, he told me about it, and we kind of worked on it together. And next thing you know, the following week, my dad bought the game.
I know it. I'm going to swat down a couple of bothersome flies.
Bothersome flies. And I was, what, 11 years old?
This is Snake. Colonel, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's the situation, Snake?
Looks like the elevator in the back is the only way up.
Just as I expected. You'll have to take the elevator to the surface. But make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the select button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
Got it. Okay,
Okay,
I'm ready
I'm
to
ready to go. See if we can still do this. Oh. A little later.
What was that noise?
What was that noise? Oh. 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 Come on. I could turn around, is he? Fuck. Fuck. Just hang around here. Yeah, there's something wrong with the directional button. I'm hanging out. The squats. And probably get out of there. I'll be getting in that elevator. Ah. Okay, goodbye. Bad. Wait for the next one. There we go. I don't know, maybe it's because it's the first Metal Gear game I played. His sneaking suit for this game is probably my favorite. Probably because it's the first one I played. But again, it's maybe because his model here looks so thin compared to his. Yeah, it's more like his body's more like a shonen character, like a shonen character. Here we are.
It's Snake. I'm in front of the disposal facility.
Excellent, Snake. Age hasn't
Just
slowed you
slow
down
down
one
one
bit.
bit.
How's that sneaking suit working out?
I'm nice and dry, but it's a little hard to move.
Bear with it. It's designed to prevent hypothermia. This is Alaska, you know.
Take it easy, I'm grateful. If it weren't for your suit and your shot, I would have turned into a popsicle out there.
An anti-freezing peptide, Snake. All of the genome soldiers in this exercise are using it.
I see. I'm relieved to hear
Everybody's using
that.
it.
Already tested, huh? By the way, how's the diversionary operation going?
2 F-16s just took off from Galena and are headed your way. The terrorist radar should have already picked them up.
Behind D. Colonel,
Nuts.
what's a Russian gunship doing here?
I have no idea, but it looks like our little diversion got their attention. Now's your best chance to slip in unnoticed.
He's out to swat some moths and flies. But let me check if the analog stick really doesn't work on this. Let me check.
There are only 18 hours left until their deadline. You've got to hurry.
Wow, you must be crazy to fly a hind in this kind of weather.
Who's that?
Oh, sorry. I haven't introduced you to yet. This is Mei Ling. She was assigned to us as our visual and data processing specialist. She designed your codec, as well as your Soliton radar system. Contact her if you have any questions about either of them.
Nice to meet you, Snake. It's an honor to speak to a living legend like yourself. What's wrong?
Nothing. I just didn't expect a world-class designer of military technology to be so cute.
You're just flattering me.
No, I'm serious. Well, I know I won't be bored for the next 18 hours.
Come on. I can't believe I'm being hit on by the famous Solid Snake. But I'm surprised. You're very frank for a trained killer.
Then
Looks like we
The
both have a
thing
lot to learn about each
from
other.
our conversation with
Yeah.
Colonel
I'm looking forward to learning about
and
the
us
man
getting
behind
here
the legend.
was
But first,
within just 1
let me
hour.
explain about your Soliton radar system. The bright
Or
dot in
fast.
the middle is you, Snake. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision. Be careful,
Blue?
Snake. The genome
Those
soldiers
files
have
just
highly
white.
developed senses of hearing and vision due to their gene therapy. Make sure you don't let them see you.
First, I want you to infiltrate the disposal site and look for the DARPA chief.
The DARPA chief was injected with the same GPS transmitting nanomachines as you. He should appear on your radar as a green dot.
Get whatever information you can from him about the terrorists. If he's alive, that is.
Snake, your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it.
Yes, it gets jammed easily, I'm afraid.
Yes, it's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful.
We'll be monitoring your movements by radar, so contact us by codec anytime you want.
Got it. I'll call if I'm feeling lonely.
Seriously, Snake, we're here to back you up, so call if you need some information or advice. I'm also in charge of your mission data. Contact me if you want me to record your current status. My frequency is 140.96. It's a dedicated frequency for saving data. Don't forget it.
Will do.
Remember, except for your binoculars, you're naked. You need to arm yourself with whatever weapons you can find.
I remember. First, I'm strip searched by Dr. Naomi here, and then all my weapons are taken away. Imagine yourself put in that position.
Well, if you make it back in one piece, maybe I'll let you do a strip search on me.
I'll hold you to that, Doctor.
That's
By
smart
the way,
on
sorry to
on
disappoint
Snake.
you, but I did manage to smuggle out my smokes.
How did you do that?
In my stomach. Thanks to the shot you gave me that suppressed my stomach acids.
Cigarettes? How are those going to help you?
You never
You
know.
never know. You never know.
If you want to get in, there's the front door. It's the fastest way, but there's too much risk of being spotted by the enemy.
I can't just knock on the door and ask them to let me in. There's one sentry on the left and one on the right. They're armed with
I'll do 5.56ers and pineapples.
What about the air duct near the door? There should also be a duct on the second floor.
Can't see it from here.
I can't see it from here.
I'll let you decide the best COA. I'm I'm counting on you, Snake.
Can't do that. Go do our first save. Oh wait, wait. Control her. Turn out is a very long cutscene. Let me check first. Our settings. Visual mode. Analog mode. Okay, it does actually work. Okay, okay.
What's up, Snake? Snake, remember what the Gaul said. The graveyards are full of indispensable men. Snake, you're all alone and surrounded by bad guys. Try to be careful and avoid getting into a fight whenever you can.
You're right. Wow, you know all sorts of great quotes, don't you?
Well, both my parents are from Guangdong, China, but I was born and raised in America. I've always liked reading literature from both sides. Kinda keeps me in touch. I'll share some more quotes with you if you like.
I'm looking forward to it. But to tell you the truth, I'd like to learn more about you.
Well, I'll think about it.
I'm just shot down. Like this. Nah, I don't want to go in there.
A surveillance camera?
Gotta be careful because sometimes these guys just turn around abruptly. So stay low. Okay, maybe not.
That base must have some kind of ventilation system to
Yeah, it's right
recirculate
behind
the
me.
air. There should be air ducts around there somewhere. They must need a lot of power to run the base. There's probably a diesel generator somewhere. And since generating electricity requires oxygen, there must be exhaust openings for that too. You're not gonna believe this, but they shot down the F-16s we were using as a diversion with a Hind D. Then we got a message from Liquid. He said if we try something like that again, he'll launch the nuke. Snake, hurry up and get in there. That Hind will be coming back soon.
Because I mean, it's aren't F-16s what do you call them? They're jets. It's actually very good.
That base must have some kind of ventilation system to recirculate.
Yeah, got nothing else to talk about.
That base must have some kind of...
Fine. I'm going. Now, can you talk about something else?
Snake, when you enter a narrow space, you'll automatically go into intrusion mode. Press up on the directional button to go forward, and down to retreat backwards. You can also press right or left to face either direction. Advance while hiding yourself, pay attention to the enemy's actions, and make sure you're not discovered.
But be careful. You can't attack while you're in intrusion mode either.
And even if you go into intrusion mode while you're being chased, the enemy's grenades will still follow you. Snake, first you've got to find the DARPA chief.
Yes,
Look for clues.
probably have a lockout system for those grenades.
Snake, first you've got to find the DARPA chief. Look for clues.
Man, aren't you gonna tell me Natasha's
Snake.
code? Or... Fine. Is it... Oh,
Snake, this is McDonald Miller. It's been a long time.
Taz.
What are you doing here?
I quit being a drill instructor, so I moved out here for some peace and quiet. I'm in retirement, just like you. Once in a while, I still help train the Alaskan Scouts.
Passing on the skills to a new generation, huh?
Campbell told me about the situation here. I thought I might be of some use.
There's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you.
Well, I know lots about survival in a harsh environment. I've lived in Alaska longer than you, so call me if you have any questions about the flora or fauna out here. My frequency is 141.80.
How do we end, Master?
Snake, you've got to think. Your mind is your most dangerous weapon. If things are getting too complicated, try to simplify your thoughts. You can also try calling Campbell for advice.
Snake, first you've got to find the DARPA chief.
No. Okay. What's your face? No.
I moved the DARPA chief to the cell in the first floor basement.
What about the vent shaft cleaning?
They just opened the vent covers. They're about to start spraying for rats.
First floor basement ventilation shaft.
Shut those covers as soon as they're done spraying. Also, keep your eye on that woman in the cell. Don't get careless now.
Woman in the cell? There you go, Snake. You at least forget who the woman is. Da, 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 da. You know, when I was a kid, probably didn't have any. Yeah, my comprehension or listening skills weren't very good. It wasn't until like a few years later, playing this game that I, finally discovered that there's actually a second way to enter, and there's a secret cutscene.
Press the action button to drop down.
Oh, yes. Thanks, Randall.
Use the elevator to change floor.
Look. First, I want to save again. Actually, tell me about Natasha now.
Good. You've got yourself a weapon. To use it, first hold down the R2 button to enter weapon mode. Then select the weapon you want with the directional button. After you've selected the weapon you want, let go of the R2 button to exit weapon mode. The weapon you selected should appear in your hand. To use the weapon, follow the directions displayed in the window. If you use the R1 button, you can equip your weapon more quickly. While you're barehanded, press the R1 button to equip the last weapon you used. Press the R1 button while you're holding a weapon to be barehanded again. Don't fire your gun needlessly, or you might be discovered. If you had a gun with a suppressor, it would be a different story. If you have any questions about weapons or equipment, you should ask our military analyst, Nastasha. Her frequency is 141.52.
141.52. Hey, Natasha.
This is Nastasha Romanenko.
Nastasha.
A pleasure to work with you, Solid Snake.
You're the nuclear specialist that the Colonel mentioned?
That's me. You can ask me anything about nukes that you want. I am also a military analyst, so I have an extensive knowledge of weapon systems as well. They asked me to participate in this operation as a supervisor from the Nuclear Emergency Search Team. I was happy to accept. We must not allow terrorists to get their hands on nuclear weapons of any kind. I hope I can help you to stop them.
You're a tough lady.
Those terrorists are serious about launching a nuclear weapon? The world cannot stand by idly and allow that to happen, and neither can I. Unfortunately, all I can do from here is provide you with information.
Hopefully that'll be enough. Another soldier here wouldn't make a difference anyway. It's good to work with you, Nastasha.
Same here, Snake.
Okay, I want her to correct to disappear. Go back.
Sorry, the Soliton radar won't work in a narrow...
Yeah, yeah.
Don't give up, Snake.
Okay. Yeah, we can only carry 2 right now. Still guy here. Huh, so good. Kind of scared. Kind of scared. Yeah, Malin did a good job with this radar. Oh, action button. This. Oh. Oh. Nothing under here. Oh, 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 oh. Nope, nothing over here. Nothing over here. Nothing in here either. Yeah, I know there were stun grenades on the left side, but I didn't want to risk it.
Look at the radar. It's picking up the DARPA chief. He's the green dot. Hurry and rescue him.
Will do. No, keep pressing that up. Good. There's another one here. Don't really need it. Still full.
Snake, if you want to go up or down a ladder, just
Yes, I already
press the
did that.
action button by the ladder.
But I do want to save the game.
Look at the radar. It's picking up the DARPA chief. He's the green dot. Hurry and rescue him. Come on, Snake, you can do it.
Yeah, I know I can do it. Okay, prior to getting this back when I was a little rock. Hey, Johnny. Hey, Johnny.
Oh, kinda damn cold. I hate Alaska. Boy, oh boy, that woman is built all right.
Was he standing on the toilet? Yeah, it's probably saw that. Yeah, I probably played demo like dozens of times until my dad bought the actual copy of the game. And it always ends after the next scene.
Is that a woman? Not
Not the end.
Snake, the DARPA chief's signal is coming from somewhere in that area. Isn't there some place to drop down? Take a look around in first-person view mode.
Yeah, I was just about to do that. There we go.
Who's that?
I'm here to save you. You're the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, right?
You here to save me, huh? What's your outfit?
I'm the pawn they sent here to save your worthless butt.
Really? It's true.
Don't look.
You don't look like one of them.
Yes.
In that case,
It's grim.
hurry up and get me out of here.
Slow down. Don't worry. First, I want some information about the terrorists.
The terrorists?
Terrorists?
Do they really have the ability to launch a nuke?
What are you
What are you
talking
talking about?
Terrorists are threatening the White House. They say if they don't accede to their demands, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
So, Jesus.
Is it possible?
It's possible.
They
They can launch
could
them.
launch a nuke.
Pretty much.
How do they plan to launch? I thought this place was just for keeping the dismantled warheads. They shouldn't have access to a missile.
What I'm about to tell you is classified information. Okay? We were conducting exercises with a new type of experimental weapon. A weapon that will change the world.
What?
A weapon with the ability to launch a nuclear attack from any place on the face of the Earth. A nuclear-equipped walking battle tank.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
It can't be.
You knew
You knew?
Metal Gear
Metal
is
Gear is
one
one
of
of
the
the
most
most
secret
secret
black
black
projects.
projects. How did you know?
How did you know that?
We've had a couple of run-ins in the past. So that's the reason you were here at this disposal site?
Why else would you come to a
Well,
godforsaken
Baby Rex
place
still
like
as
this?
pristine as ever.
I had heard the Metal Gear project was scrapped.
On the contrary, it's grown into a huge joint project between Arms Tech and ourselves. We were going to use this exercise as raw data and then proceed to mass production. If it hadn't been for the revolution.
Revolution.
Rex has fallen into the hands of terrorists.
Rex.
Metal Gear Rex. The code name for the new Metal Gear prototype. They're probably already finished arming the warhead they plan to use with Rex. These guys are pros. They're all experienced in handling and equipping weapons.
Hey! Shut up in there, will ya?
But I thought that all nuclear warheads were equipped with safety measures. Some kind of detonation code that you have to input.
Oh, you mean PAL? Yes, of course, there is a PAL. It's set up so that you need to input 2 different passwords in order to launch the device.
There are 2 passwords?
Yes. Baker knows one, and I know one.
Baker? The president of Arms Tech?
That's right. Each of us needs to input our password, or there can be no launch. But they found out my password.
You talked?
Psycho Mantis can read people's minds. You can't resist.
Psycho Mantis?
One of the members of Foxhound. He has psychic powers.
This is bad.
It's just a matter of time before they get Baker's too.
If they find out Baker's password...
Yes, they'll be able to launch a nuke anytime. But there is a way to stop the launch.
What?
The card keys.
Card keys?
They were designed by Arms Tech, the system developers, as an emergency override. Even without the passwords, you can just insert the card keys and engage the safety lock.
And if I do that?
Yes. You can stop the launch.
That card key.
So where are the keys?
Baker should have them. Listen, you need 3 card keys. There are 3 different slots to put them in. You need to insert a card into each one of them.
Okay, 3 card keys. Do you know where they might be keeping Baker?
Somewhere in the 2nd floor basement.
2nd floor basement?
I heard the guards say they moved him to an area that has a lot of electronic jamming.
Any other clues?
Yes. They cemented over the entrances, but didn't have enough time to paint them. Why don't you look for the areas where the walls are a different color? Here, take this. It's my ID card. It'll open any level 1 security door. It's called a PAN card. It works together with your body's own electrical field.
Personal area network, huh?
It transmits data using the salts in your body as the transmission medium. As you approach the door's security devices, they'll read the data stored in the card.
And the doors will open automatically. Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here.
Wait a minute.
What is it?
You haven't heard any other way to disarm the PAL, have you? From your bosses or anyone?
No.
Are you sure you haven't heard anything?
I just said no.
So does the White House plan to give in to the terrorists' demands?
That's their problem. It has nothing to do with my orders.
But what about the Pentagon?
Pentagon? What is it?
Hey, what happened?
Dead. Naomi, the chief. What happened?
I don't know. It looked like a heart attack, but...
A heart attack? No.
Colonel, are you hiding something from me?
Absolutely not. Snake, you've got to understand. This op is security level red. You need the highest security clearance to get access to the complete file.
You want me to believe that you're in charge of this op, but you don't have complete access to the file?
I told you, the Secretary of Defense is in operational control. I'm just here as your support. Snake, we don't have time to debate. Get out of there and find President Baker.
Alright. I just realized that my mic was off for some reason.
So you killed the chief.
And oh yeah, try to sneak it in.
Liquid? No, you're not. Don't move!
Is this the first time you ever pointed a gun at a person?
Your
Your
hands
hands
are
are shaking. Can you shoot me, rookie?
Careful, I'm no rookie.
Liar. That nervous glance. That scared look in your eyes. They're rookies' eyes. You've never shot a person, am I right?
You talk too much.
You haven't even taken the safety off, rookie.
I told you I'm no rookie!
You're not one of them, are you?
Open that door. You've got a card, don't you?
Why?
So we can get the hell out of here.
Looks like we'll be a little delayed.
What are you doing? Don't think. Shoot!
Oh, I want to choke him out.
What are you waiting for? Shoot!
Don't talk to me like a rookie.
I'm telling you, shoot!
I was trying to jab him earlier, but for some reason, just let's go. Oh, if I get hit, it cancels out. Okay.
Thanks for the help.
You're welcome.
Wait!
Well,
Who are you? You fool! You've killed him!
I'm sorry, sir.
His mental shielding was very strong. I could not dive into his mind.
Now we'll never get that detonation code.
Boss, I have a good idea.
I don't know how she missed. There's no hallway to hide from. I mean, there's so... The corner is pretty far down the hall. So yeah, it was just hugging the wall.
Just like that.
See? There's no reason for it to miss.
Naomi, I just had some kind of hallucination. Is it from the nanomachines?
No, Snake. The nanomachines are functioning properly.
So what was it?
It must have been psychometric interference coming from Psycho Mantis, Foxhound's psychic. Think of it as a mental feedback loop.
So that was Mantis.
It is. Okay, the ration's okay. Bullets. Could use more. Okay, there we go. Hey, Johnny. Don't worry, this isn't the worst kind of situation we'll be in. Oh, actually, should probably go first. First floor first. Oh. Need to go right. Oh, there we go. Sorry. Up. No, I'm talking about you. Man, I never really got a time or an opportunity to look into their patterns. Could never figure out if they're just gonna turn around. Right. Yeah, I don't think there's anything here. Thomas. Grenades. here. I'll go over here. Well, let's stop somebody.
The walls that were cemented over should look slightly different. Look at the walls carefully in first-person view mode. Try to find the walls that have a different pattern.
Did you try hitting the wall? Maybe it'll sound different too.
Those C4 explosives you've got should be able to destroy the walls that were cemented over.
You gotta say, Master.
Soldiers that have been forged in the fires of battle are used to catching naps whenever and wherever they can. There's a big difference between real soldiers and those kids who have only been trained in VR simulators. After playing for a long time, you should get some rest too.
It's been only an hour and a half. Gods, come on. No, roughly 1 hour 22.
Explosive. A plastic explosive with a texture.
Actually, watch because we were watching the briefing.
You can shape it in almost any way you want. Although it has 1.4 times the destructive power of dynamite, it is highly stable and won't explode without a detonating device, even if it is shot, burned, or beaten. You are using a wireless detonator, yes? The detonator is equipped with a scrambler, so you don't have to worry about interference from any other radio source. Make sure you are sufficiently far enough away when it goes off. Also, as you know, the sound of the explosive will alert your enemies, so be careful.
Thanks, Tasha. Mostly what? Oh, there it is. What would happen if we used up all the C4? Would it have respawned immediately? Yeah, pick it. Oh, actually, forgot to check my health. Let me get that one rash under the bed. Oh, I should have realized it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna. Just gonna be a short stream today. Yeah. Previous schedule didn't really work out because it was Yeah, it's still pretty warm in the mornings and afternoons. Unfortunately, I have to stick with this schedule then. Might change it though once the rainy season starts. Mailing.
Snake, you can't use your radar in that area. There's some kind of electronic jamming coming from there. I wonder what it is. Anyway, be careful.
Will do. Well, hang on. Turn one.
Be careful, Snake.
Am I too late? He's alive. You're the Arms Tech president, Kenneth Baker, right? Don't worry. I'm here to save you.
No, don't touch it.
C4.
Nice dodge.
Right. Touch that wire, and the C4 will blow up along with the old man. So you're the one that the boss keeps talking about.
And you?
Special Operations Foxhound.
Revolver
Ocelot.
Ocelot.
I've been waiting for you,
Solid Snake.
Now we'll see if the man can live up to the legend. This is
The greatest handle never made. The Cold Single Action Army. 6 bullets, more than enough to kill anything that moves.
Now
I'll show you why they call me Revolver. So you wonder why?
Draw! Draw!
Oops.
I love to reload during a battle. All right, I'm alive. Let's go.
I think it. Snake, how come you're so slow and don't see anything?
Better hurry up. Don't you want to settle this?
Duke me there.
I love the smell of corda. You know, that sultry smell. But to you, it'll be the smell of your own death.
Come on, Snake. can't think in sharp turns because I don't want to risk touching the thing. Yeah, I want to keep holding the X button. There we go. 6 bullets left.
You're pretty good. Just what I'd expect from the
The
man.
man with the same code names as us. It's the boss. Long time since you had such a good fight.
But
I'm just getting on.
What? My hand!
Stealth camouflage. Can't you even die right? You were lucky. We'll meet again. Who are you? I like you. I have no name.
That exoskeleton.
You saw that Ocelot got his hand, right? Lost his hand and he picked up and ran away with it. Honestly, I think he just wanted the gun back. But because of his blocky fingers, it won't let go.
Can you talk?
Who are you?
I'm not one of them. The DARPA chief told me he gave them his detonation code. What about yours?
Oh, I get it. Jim sent you. You're from the Pentagon.
Answer my question. What about your code? There's no time.
I talked.
What? Now the terrorists have both codes and can launch any time.
It's not like I didn't fight. I managed to resist Psycho Mantis's mind probe.
He couldn't read you? How'd you do it?
Surgical implants in my brain.
Surgical implants?
Kind of like a psychic insulation. Everyone who knows these top secret codes has it.
Even the DARPA chief?
Of course.
But the DARPA chief said Mantis got his code by reading his mind.
Are you sure you heard him right?
Yeah, I'm sure. In that case, how did they get your code?
I never had any training on how to resist torture.
It looks like he had some fun.
Wow, remember, take note of that. Is this your
human? I tell you, he loved every
first time
second
watching
of
this?
it.
What happened to your arm?
He broke it.
Looks like you're more than even now. His was sliced off.
Ha! You're a funny man. So the DARPA chief, is he okay?
Dead.
What? Can't be. You know, that's not what you promised, Jim. Now you want to shut me up?
Calm down. What's wrong with you? I just told you I was here to save you. I didn't kill the DARPA chief. He had a heart attack or something.
A heart attack? Oh, don't be a fool.
What do you mean?
The terrorists have both codes now.
Happens to old people all the
Those
time.
boys are totally insane. They wouldn't hesitate to launch.
I agree. But what do they really want?
Oh, who knows? Maybe they're like us in the arms industry, always looking forward to the next good war.
Well, I'm not gonna let these maniacs start a war today. You still have the card keys?
Card keys?
To override the detonation code. I heard you had them.
No, not anymore.
What? Who does then? Not the terrorists.
No, that woman.
Woman? Who?
A soldier that was thrown in prison along with me.
A female soldier. It must be.
She said she had just joined up as a new recruit. They threw her in prison because she refused to take part in the rebellion.
A new recruit? Could that be the Colonel's niece?
I gave her the key. Looks like she managed to break out of here, though. I hope she's okay.
I'm sure she is. She's green, but as tough as they come. But how did you know she escaped?
I was in contact with her by codec. Until I was tied up here, that is.
Codec?
Yes, she stole it from the guard. If she still has it, you should be able to contact her.
I'm sure she still has it. What frequency was she at?
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you, it's... Oh, sorry. I forgot.
Damn!
Oh, that's right. It should be on the back of the CD case. Try to contact her.
I'll contact her right away. But tell me, if this doesn't work, is there some other way to prevent the missile launch?
You need to find Hal Emmerich, one of my employees.
Who's that?
The team leader of the Metal Gear Rex project. A genius at engineering, but a little bit
oh boy.
If there's anyone who can figure out how to stop Metal Gear from launching, it's him.
What if he can't come up with anything?
You'll have to destroy it. Emmerich knows how to destroy Metal Gear.
Where is this Emmerich?
Well, he's probably being held somewhere in the nuclear warhead storage building. It's north from here. That's where he worked.
I understand, but why Metal Gear? The nuclear age ended with the turn of the millennium.
Oh, you're wrong. The threat of nuclear war isn't gone. In fact, it's greater than it's ever been. The amount of spent nuclear fuel and plutonium is increasing even today. Listen, have you ever seen a warehouse full of nuclear material?
No.
Drums and drums of nuclear waste stacked this high, as far as you can see. Because there's still no real way to dispose of the stuff.
So they just close the lid and try to pretend like it'll go away?
Essentially, yes. And they're not even doing a good job of storing it. Many of the drums are corroded, with nuclear waste seeping out of them.
Unbelievable.
Not only that, but several pounds of muff are reported every year.
Muff?
It stands for material unaccounted for. It proves that there's a large and well-organized black market in nuclear materials. Furthermore, since the end of the Cold War, Russian nuclear engineers in particular are out of work with no way to turn. In other words, there's plenty of available nuclear material and scientists for making a bomb. We live in an age when any small country can have a nuclear weapons program.
What about the other
No,
superpowers?
I don't think so.
Russia and China still maintain a significant nuclear presence. Complete nuclear disarmament is an impossibility. To maintain our own policy of deterrence, we need a weapon of overwhelming power.
You Metal Gear.
You mean Metal Gear?
Yes. You know our industry suffered quite a blow as a result of the cuts in military budgets due to this so-called peace.
I remember hearing a lot about mergers and takeovers among the big weapons makers.
Yes. And after my company lost their bid to produce the Air Force's next line of fighter jet, the Metal Gear system was our last ace in the hole. That's why we pushed to have Metal Gear developed as a black project.
Black project?
Secret projects paid for by the Pentagon's black budget. You can avoid a lot of red tape and get a great lead time on your weapons production. And no one can bother you. Not even those bleeding heart liberals on the Military Oversight Committee.
Bribes.
I prefer to think of it as good business. Anyway, Metal Gear was going to be formally adopted after the results of this exercise were analyzed.
I don't give a crap about you and your company.
Yes, that's about what I'd expect from a grunt like you. Here, this is what you came for, right?
What's that?
An optical disc. It's all here. The main hard drive was destroyed by gunfire. This is the only remaining copy of the data.
What kind of data?
All the data collected from this exercise. Don't play dumb. I know you were sent to get this. I hid it from that sadistic maniac while he was torturing me.
Where'd you hide it?
They don't know this disc exists. Make sure you report this to Jim. To your boss. I'll give you my card too. It'll open up all security level 2 doors.
Can you walk?
No. No, you go on without
You'd think somebody who's like, you know,
they don't want anything else.
President of Arts that
I have one more question.
would have higher
Who
level
or
security
what is that
level card.
ninja thing? It looked like you knew something.
That ninja? That was Foxhound's dark little secret.
Dark little secret.
An experimental genome soldier.
You know him?
You should ask Dr. Naomi Hunter from Foxhound. She knows better than I.
Naomi?
You've got to stop them. If it goes public, my company and I are finished.
What? Doesn't Metal Gear use currently existing technology?
Metal Gear itself does, but... What did you do to me? Oh, no. Oh, no, it can't be. Those Pentagon bastards. So, they actually went and did it.
What are you talking about?
They're just using you for...
For what? Okay. Oh. He's dead now, too.
What the hell? Colonel, are you listening? Now he's dead too.
I have no idea.
Don't lie to me.
It looked like another heart attack, but...
Some kind of poison?
Well, there are lots of drugs that can cause a heart attack in large doses. For example, potassium chloride or dioxides, but we won't be able to tell without doing an autopsy.
Damn!
Snake, I want you and Meryl to work together.
Can I trust her?
More than you can trust me. Get in contact with her.
Snake, there's a lot of electrical interference coming from there. It should be okay if you do burst transmission like us, but normal transmission is probably impossible. Try moving away from that area.
Snake, get a hold of yourself.
Naomi, what the hell was that ninja thing? A member of Foxhound?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, we have no one like that in our unit.
Is that right?
Snake, I'm counting on you.
This thing about Snake, he doesn't pursue his own questions. Top. Alright. And good old things. Keeps doing this. Unfortunately. Now. Oh yeah. Top where me. Show here. And this is the digital version. No, 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 no. And crawl and then that should be close. Has two missions. Infiltrate nuclear disposal site, determine nuclear launch capability of terrorists, and prevent launch at all costs. Rescue Dr. Chief, well, mission 2 is a failure. Properly. Da-da-da. Okay. Oh boy, just realized 61 pages. I just need the back cover. Wait, Well, it isn't the back of the CD case. It's the manual. 140.15. Well, let's see. Put a lot of spoilers in this. It's pretty good. It actually even made part of the big boss, even though it doesn't really appear. Yes. Yes, I remember Master Miller. I remember Kaz. He definitely has both his arms and legs. There we go. Yeah, 140.15. Yeah, of course, my chatbot stopped working for some reason.
It looks like the place is protected by infrared sensors. Somehow you'll have to make it past the beams.
Snake, that room is set with infrared sensors. You should be able to see them if you had some smoke. Cigarette smoke or something.
Sorry, but these are smokeless cigarettes.
You mean those cigarettes that are designed to cut down on secondhand smoke? Oh, well, don't worry. If you blow the smoke in the direction of the infrared sensors, you should be able to see them. That was a good idea, bringing the cigarettes, but don't smoke too much. Cigarettes make you weak in mind and body. They are bad for you.
She says that as she's calling me, as I'm calling her.
First the DARPA chief, and then President Baker die of a heart attack?
Yeah, smells pretty rotten to me. Master, do you know anything?
No, but there's definitely something going on. Keep your eyes open out there.
Any other input?
People who have been through war and survived develop a kind of sixth sense to warn them of danger. Trust your instincts as a soldier, as a gamer.
Okay, guys. Maybe you can get more stuff. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, the problem with the analog stick is, yeah, you need to press it right against the wall. So I'll end up sliding. No, fine. Chat. I might need more chat. Oh, stay here. You're going to go down. So I turn around. Oh, wait, it's supposed to go narrow. No. one part.
Who are you?
I was really impressed with the way you busted yourself out.
I never actually understood this reference before when I first played the
Colonel's
game.
niece, Meryl, right?
That was literally back in the CD case, in the games, the CD case.
Who are you?
I'm the fool that your uncle sent all alone into the middle of this whole mess.
You came by yourself? You think you're some kind of one-man army?
I don't need lectures. You're just like your uncle, you know?
How do you know my uncle?
We go way back.
What's your name?
My name's not important.
Aha. Could you be Snake? Are you Solid Snake?
That's what some people call me.
The legendary Solid
Some
Snake?
people call me.
You? Sorry about before. I wasn't sure if you were one of the good guys.
But I knew you were.
How?
It's your eyes.
My eyes?
They're not soldiers' eyes.
And they're rookies' eyes, right?
No, they're beautiful, compassionate eyes.
Oh, just what I'd expect from the legendary Solid Snake. You trying to sweep me off my feet?
Don't worry, you'll land back on them once you meet me. The reality is no match for the legend, I'm afraid.
Oh, I don't believe that.
Why did you look so surprised when you saw my face?
Because you look just like him.
You mean the terrorist leader, Liquid Snake?
Yeah, you know him? You're not brothers, are you?
I have no family.
So what's the deal then?
Who knows? Why don't you ask him? But first I want some information. You were involved in this exercise from the beginning. What exactly happened here?
I'm sorry. I was captured along with President Baker right after the terrorist attack.
That's okay. But what is this place? I don't think it's just a nuclear weapons disposal facility.
Boy, oh boy, it's just like them. Nobody told you anything, did they? Okay, you see, this place isn't really for disposing nuclear weapons. This base is owned and operated by a dummy corporation of arms tech.
This is a civilian base?
Right, for the development of Metal Gear.
Colonel.
Foxhound and the Next Generation Special Forces were called here for the test launching of a dummy nuclear warhead.
Why Foxhound?
Because they're a special ops group used to handling top-secret missions. They figured they could help keep it all hush-hush.
But we must have fired nuclear warheads before. Why just this time?
I heard it was because this was to be a final test before the formal adoption of the Metal Gear program. Well, that's what I heard anyway.
Sounds kind of fishy. So what do you think the terrorists want?
Sorry. I'm not sure. I was captured with President Baker right after the revolt started.
Oh yeah, that's when he gave you the detonation code override keys, right?
That's right.
Amazing you were able to keep them hidden from the guards.
Well, women have more hiding places than men. Anyway, you met Baker, huh? How's he holding up?
He's dead.
What?
Heart attack. Same as the DARPA chief.
The chief died from a heart attack too?
Yeah. Was either of them sick or anything?
No, not that I heard of.
Well, I don't believe in coincidences. Something funny's going on.
Sounds like it, but I have no idea what.
Me neither. Yet. Do you know the person who designed Metal Gear?
You mean Dr. Emmerich?
Yes. Is he still alive?
Probably. He should be in the research lab in the second-floor basement of the nuclear warhead storage building to the north.
Second-floor basement?
Yeah, that's where his lab is. I think they're forcing him to work on the nuclear launching program.
So they'll need him alive until that's done anyway.
Then we better do something before he finishes.
You're right. In case we can't override the detonation code in time, I need to ask him how to destroy Metal Gear.
You plan to take that thing on by yourself, Snake?
It won't be the first time. What's the best way to get to the building where the doctor is being held?
There's a cargo door on the first floor of this building that leads to the north.
What's the security level of the door there?
5. But it's okay. I've got a level 5 card.
Well, I've got to go save the doctor. You should go.
I'm going with you.
No way. You're still
Okay,
too
for some
green.
reason,
I want you to hide somewhere.
I'm not green.
President Baker,
Yes, you are.
President of
You
Armstead,
pause for just 1
has
second
a
in front
level
of your
2
enemy and it's
security
all over.
level card.
Good luck doesn't last forever.
I don't know what happened. I just couldn't pull the trigger
But
right away.
A
I
random
never
card.
had any problems
I guess
in
random
training.
card. Johnny.
But when I
That's a
thought
level
about my
5
bullets
security
tearing through those soldiers'
clearance.
bodies,
Come
I
on.
hesitated.
Shooting at targets and shooting at living, breathing people are different.
Ever since I was a little girl,
I always
Yeah,
dreamed
emotional.
about being a soldier. Every day of my
There's
life,
a woman
I
here.
trained my mind
Somewhat.
and body for the one day when I could finally see some real action. And now,
So what now? You want to quit?
I can't quit. I can't allow myself to quit now.
Listen, Meryl. Everybody feels sick the first time they kill someone. Unfortunately, killing is one of those things that gets easier the more you do it. In a war, all of mankind's worst emotions, worst traits come out. It's easy to forget what a sin is in the middle of a battlefield.
But this isn't a war. It's a terrorist action.
You're just a little jumpy from the combat high. The adrenaline in your bloodstream is starting to thin out. Just take it easy.
But I learned all about combat high at the academy.
We'll talk about it later. For now, just think about keeping yourself alive.
If I get out of here alive, I'll think about that other stuff.
Okay, let me try to say this another way. Stay the hell out of my way.
You're a real bastard. Just like my uncle said.
Huh, I told you. The real me is no match for the legend.
It looks like you were right. Okay, Snake. I'll be a good girl.
We'll link up after I grab the doctor. Then we'll take care of the detonation code override.
Gotcha. But listen, I know this area better than you. Call me if you have any questions.
Be careful, okay?
After I open up the cargo door, I'll contact you. Snake, don't be so impatient. Settle down. I need a little more time to get the cargo door open. I'll call you when I get the door open. Just wait a little, okay?
Fine. So, probably should tell Colonel his niece is okay.
Don't worry, Colonel. Meryl is fine.
Thank God.
Meryl is a very strong woman. I really respect her.
No matter
She's got
before.
plenty of heart.
Thanks, Snake.
Not so fast. The real mission is still ahead.
Yes, sir.
In war, a split second can mean the difference between victory and defeat. Don't ever hesitate. The slower you react, the greater the chance that you'll be beaten.
Go. Bye.
Snake, I unlocked the cargo door for you.
Thanks. Where are you?
Where I can see ya.
Don't move around too much.
Don't worry, I'm disguised in this enemy uniform.
You won't be for long with the way you walk.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Listen, Snake, the cargo door is like an airlock. It's equipped with infrared sensors. Be careful. If an intruder is sensed, gas is released.
Gas.
This place, what
so
I
we'll
hate
meet at the
about this.
nuclear warhead storage building.
Wait, you said you'd stay put and be a good girl.
It's the
I
gas
changed
hallway.
my mind.
Don't get careless. That's when things always turn sour.
Sorry, but this is the only way I can figure out whether or not I'm cut out to be a soldier. I gotta get my hands dirty.
These guys are professionals. You're gonna get yourself killed.
See you there.
My box. It's my box. Really rather kill that guy. Okay. Brain ration. And just sliver. Sure. I'm not going for a no kill run anyway. Actually, I don't think you can do a no kill run in this game. Unless you use exploits. But I'm not even really sure about that either. We got some stuff. Got our box, mine detector. Okay, I want to go to the elevator again. In case you don't know. What the game saves your checkpoint. Not what you do. Shall we one? How many grenades do I have? 12, 6. Okay, I guess it's enough. I'll save again.
What can I do for you, Snake?
Anyone? I need to save. There you go.
Snake, listen to what Lo Ji said. He who knows that enough is enough will always have enough. Just because you see an item doesn't mean that you always have to get it. If you don't really need it, think twice before you stick your neck out. It might not be worth it.
Okay.
Be careful, Snake. That airlock is set with infrared sensors. You probably can't see them with your naked eyes, but there are infrared beams coming out of that wall. Touch any one of them, and the doors will seal off, and the place will be flooded with poison gas. Somehow you've got to get through without setting off those sensors.
Terrible. Give me a moment. Cool. Cool. Okay.
Snake, be careful. There are claymore mines around there. Use a mine detector.
Who are you?
Just call me Deep Throat.
Deep Throat.
Deep Throat? The informant from the Watergate scandal?
Never mind about that.
To be honest,
using burst transmission.
I only understood what that meant. That meant years later.
Who are you anyway?
One of your fans.
Clear out these ones. Fine.
Colonel, I got a codec call from someone outside this operation.
I know. We were monitoring the call. Mei Ling knows everything about the communication system, so let me have her explain it to you.
Well, if somebody knows your frequency, they can call you. But the question is, how did he learn it? It's top secret information.
So you mean someone leaked the information?
That's the only explanation I can think of.
Mei Ling, do you know where that transmission originated from?
I'm sorry. The radio waves were too weak to locate their source, but I'm sure he's near you, somewhere on the base.
Snake, you'll have to go through the minefield to advance.
I already went through it. Master?
Master, does the name Deep Throat mean anything to you?
Deep Throat? What? You mean the guy from Watergate?
No, but he uses the same name. Whoever he is, he's not part of our operation, but he's been giving me advice by codec.
What?
On top of that, he wasn't using burst transmission. It seems he was transmitting from somewhere on this base.
Somewhere on the base?
Yes.
I have no idea who that could be.
I see.
Anything else to say? Anything else to share?
Sound travels better in cold environments. If you're going to use a handgun, you should equip a suppressor.
That's knowledge. Sound travels better in cold conditions.
The place is mined? Well, if you use a mine detector, you'll be able to see the mines displayed on your radar.
Stasha?
That area is mined? After you locate the mines on your radar, crawl forward and retrieve them. Anti-personnel mines have killed over 20,000 non-combatants in the past 30 years. In countries like Cambodia and Nicaragua, the killing and maiming of innocent victims continues long after the wars have ended. It is easy to plant mines, you see, but removing them is a different matter. It requires more time and manpower than anyone is willing to invest. The superpowers need to donate more mine detectors and other equipment to remove them. It is the least we could do after laying them.
Okay. I just in case I die, I don't want to go through the entire thing over again. Now, let's see. Okay, still clear. Let's show you again.
You caught Snake?
Yes. Okay. Painting. Smoking. No. Okay.
Snake, like Shakespeare said, naught's had, all spent, where our desire is got without content. Basically, it means that your desire can get you into trouble if you're not careful. That goes for items, too. Don't get too greedy or you might be sorry. Be careful, Snake.
Just make sure.
Snakes don't belong
in Alaska.
I will not
let you pass. Send him a message.
That's
right.
You
belong on the ground.
You should crawl on the ground like the snake you are. Come, let's fight.
Okay, first up. What? Trial riders.
Snake, look out for that tank's main gun. It'll pulverize you. There should be some way. Ask Nastasha. She knows everything there is to know about weapon systems.
That M1 tank is equipped with advanced Vectronics. Once it locks onto a target, it automatically tracks it. And its main gun is effective up to 3,000 meters. To get close, you'll have to confuse its tracking system. Use your chaff. If you can jam the system and get close enough, it won't be able to use its main gun. Use your chaff at a long distance to fool its electronic systems.
You gotta say, Master? Nothing. Okay. You thought? Coming in. Well.
No matter how good you are, there's no way you can match up against an M1 tank. All you can do is try to take out the person in the driver's seat. With grenades, you should be able to attack the soldier on top of the tank, too.
Wait.
Even if you can get close, the M1 tank's maximum speed is 45 miles per hour. First, you'll have to slow it down. Go after its caterpillars with C4 or grenades. Once it slows down, toss a grenade in the commander's turret. The M1 has exceptionally strong armor. With your weapons, the only way to beat it is to attack the soldiers inside through the hatch. Try to aim at the upper hatch with your grenades.
Takes so long to find the C4 though. Yeah, I think that's enough. There you go. See how you like this.
See how you like this.
There you go. Yeah, we're definitely better than 11-year-old me.
Happy you got the card.
We'll play with him a little longer.
You would be wise not
So
to.
I remember dying multiple times to
He is just as you said.
dying multiple times trying to get to, well, actually,
Possessed by a
trying to get to
demon,
the Arbor Chief, no
much
problem
like you,
there.
I would
But right after that, because, you know, it's after the demo.
I told you so.
That's when all the deaths start piling up.
So, General Ivan,
Number of deaths against Ocelot,
as well as
number of deaths against the gas place, number of a whole lot of deaths in that after the Dr. Chief. Number of deaths against Vulcan Raven.
Now, when I meet him next, I'll take special care of him.
Not yet. Don't kill him yet.
he and I will meet again in battle.
Same prediction as always?
Yes, the raven on my head. It thirsts for his blood.
Maybe we could do one more boss battle.
Snake, you've got to rescue Dr. Emmerich, the Metal Gear engineer.
He's probably being held prisoner in the second floor basement of the Warhead storage building.
That inner voice that warns you when danger is nearby. You can't learn that in training. You've got to have survived a few firefights, seen a few friends blown away, before you learn that trick.
Is that a trick worth learning?
You're incredible, Snake. You single-handedly beat an M1 tank.
No big deal. But I'll bet that VR simulator you trained on didn't have any scenarios that put you one-on-one against a tank, did it?
No, but there was no scenario where I had to work alone with a Special Forces soldier against a group of terrorists either.
In real life, things never go the way you expect them to, especially on a battlefield.
I'm already holed up in the Warhead storage building. It looks like Dr. Emmerich is still fine, but I'm not sure for how much longer. Hurry up this way, okay?
Okay. Oh. Stasha?
It is just like Baker said. We are facing increasing danger from stored nuclear materials. You see, there are 3 elements necessary in the manufacture of nuclear weapons: nuclear materials, nuclear engineers, and manufacturing technology. All 3 of them can easily be acquired by either legal or illegal means. If you have enough money, that is.
So yeah, definitely the money's the factor then.
Be careful. You absolutely must not use weapons in that area.
I've already programmed the nanomachine so that he won't be able to, Colonel.
What? What are you talking about?
Have you forgotten? That's where they keep the nuclear warheads. Don't you see them?
Yeah, there's lots of boxes piled up here, but are they all warheads?
Yes, they're all dismantled warheads.
They just leave them here? It's like President Baker said. Totally careless.
They're working on a limited budget.
So,
They try to
although
put
it's
on a
going
pretty
smoothly right
face
now,
for the
it's,
media, but
I
this
don't think
is
it's going
the
to go
grim
smoothly
reality
as
of it. Nastasha knows
Sons of
lots
Liberty.
more about it than I do.
All of the warheads in those boxes
Out of
have
all
their
the
detonation
Metal Gear
mechanisms
games,
removed, so
that
there's no
one's
fear of them
probably
exploding.
way
But if
the
the
least
warheads are broken, they
in
might
terms
leak
of story.
plutonium, and that would
Because
be a
I just
serious
kind of
problem.
effed around with the soldiers there.
Never use your weapon on that floor.
You did say that I can't even if I want to. I want to get there. Actually, I should have looted the place you know, where the tank was. But then I think it... No. B1. Should have time all 3. Me too, please. Thank you. Oh, I forgot there was a... There's a ration. I need that. Back to peeing again. Oh, all right, a ration there. I just wondered there was one. I just wondered there was one there. Well, whatever. Yeah, I can't remember how many. I died a number of times here. I can't remember. Yeah, on my first playthrough back in the day.
Snake, watch out. That place is filled with gas. Also, the floor is electrified. First, destroy the high voltage switch. It's the switchboard on the northwest wall.
But how? I can't reach it.
Use a remote-controlled missile.
For the time being, let's trust what Deep Throat told us. Use a remote-controlled missile to destroy the switchboard in the northwest section of the Warhead Storage Building's second-floor basement. Make sure your remote-controlled missile doesn't get shot down by those gun cameras.
Answer.
When you're trying to hide, avoid places that look like the enemy might search. Think about how your enemy is going to move, and then sneak in there. Doesn't matter how smart you are, just use your head out there.
Deep Throat? No, I don't know anyone who calls himself that.
I see.
I wonder why he's trying to help you.
I have no idea.
A trap?
Could be, but for the time being, I'll have to trust him.
Stasha?
They say that there are 500,000 nuclear engineers in the world. But after the end of the Cold War, the demand for nuclear engineers dropped precipitously. In the Eastern Bloc countries in particular, there is a tremendous brain drain. They cannot keep their scientists in the country. And each year, more and more nuclear engineers go to work for the highest bidder.
for a track. Some fresh air. Thing here. Fresh. Okay, we need that. Over here. No there. Anything going there? Chaff. Let me check first. Whatever. Just another one. I'm trying to get out of here. Yeah, we got. Help! Oh. Almost got stuck there. Oh, like a demon.
It looks like they were cut by some type of blade.
You know what Snake's plan was? This hallway of guards.
It's a ghost. What's this pile of corpses? It looks like they were all slashed by some kind of sword.
Couldn't be.
What?
Nothing.
Snake, I'm worried about Emmerich. Hurry up and get to him.
People's reaction speed is slowest around 3 o'clock in the morning. And so is their judgment. If you're feeling drowsy, you should get some sleep.
Is that they're telling me to stop now? Hey, oh, there we go.
This pile of corpses, is this your handiwork?
No way.
I didn't think so.
Who could have done that?
You got me, but he must be somewhere up ahead.
Then I guess you'll just have to go and find
Snake.
out.
So far, you've only encountered one person with a sword.
like Baker said, each year there are more and more cases of muff coming from the nuclear material storage facilities. That stands for material unaccounted for. It means that someone is stealing nuclear materials and probably selling them on the black market.
Snake, you can't use the radar because something's jamming it. And whatever's doing it is very close to you. Be careful. Be careful, Snake.
Okay. Yeah. Well, he's an enemy, so unfortunately we can't share rations with him. Oh, wow.
Stealth camouflage? Who are you?
Where is my friend?
What are you talking about? Oh, what next?
Snake.
You're that ninja.
I've been waiting for you, Snake.
Who are you?
Neither enemy
No friend. I am back from a world where such words are meaningless.
I've removed all obstacles. Now you and I will battle to the death.
What do you want?
I've waited a long time for this day. Now I want to enjoy the moment.
What's with these guys? It's like one of my Japanese animes.
I've come from another world to do battle with you.
What is it, revenge?
It is nothing so trivial as revenge. A fight to the death with you. Only in that can my soul find respite. I will kill you.
I think about it, this is probably the first. This game's probably the one that told me, or taught me, the word anime. Well, back then, they were just referred to as cartoons.
I need that man. Keep your hands off him.
Regardless of how it's made, or who made it.
Now, make me feel it. Make me feel alive again. That's good.
Good. Now we can fight as lords. It's all combat. Only a fool trusts his life to a weapon.
Need to get a good view. Come on. Hey, that's not fair.
That's good.
Fine.
Hurry up and catch me.
Oh, there you are.
I'm here, Snake. Hurry up and catch me. I'm here, Snake. Like old times.
I've been waiting for this pain. It's like Space 3. More. Let's run through them. I don't know why my people couldn't understand this back when I was 11. You can just run through him and doesn't punch. For some reason I was just waiting for him. Just standing around.
Do you remember, Snake? The fear
Silent love battle.
the clash.
Flashing of bone and sinew.
That's good, Snake.
And you just, yeah. In order to survive this entire thing, first time around, I had to use up all my chaff grenades.
That's good, Snake. Hurt me more.
Yes. Yeah, just. I go.
I felt that, Snake. Do you remember me now?
Can't be. You were killed in Zanzibar.
Zanzibar.
What? Not again. What's happening?
I'm losing myself.
Is it over?
Gray Fox. Colonel, that ninja is Gray Fox. No doubt about it.
Ridiculous. You of all people should know he died in Zanzibar.
No. He should have died, but he didn't.
What?
It happened before I joined Foxhound's medical staff. They were using a soldier for their gene therapy experiments.
I never heard that.
It happened right after you retired. My predecessor, Dr. Clark, was in charge.
Dr. Clark?
Yes. He started the gene therapy project.
And where is he now?
He was killed in an explosion in his lab 2 years ago.
So what about this soldier?
Apparently, for their test subject, they decided to use the body of a soldier who was recovered after the fall of Zanzibar.
And that was Gray Fox.
But he was already dead.
Yes. But they revived him. They fitted him with a prototype exoskeleton and kept him drugged for 4 years while they experimented on him like a plaything. Today's genome soldiers were born from those experiments.
That's the sickest thing I ever heard.
They used him to test all sorts of gene therapy techniques.
Naomi, why didn't you tell us about this sooner?
Because it's confidential information.
Is that the only reason?
Naomi, what happened to Gray Fox after that?
The record says he died in the explosion.
I see. But even if that ninja is Gray Fox, the question is, why?
From what I could tell, he didn't know who he was.
Are you saying that he's just a mindless robot?
I'm not sure, but he seems intent on fighting me to the death. We'll meet again. I know it.
Know it.
So you'll fight again? Until you kill
Yes,
him?
Naomi.
I'd rather not. But maybe that's what he wants. How long are you gonna stay in there?
Are you one of them?
No, I'm not. I always work alone.
Alone? Are you an otaku too?
First time I ever heard of the
We can't stay
term
here
otaku
forever.
too.
Your uniform is different than theirs.
You're the Metal Gear chief engineer, Hal Emmerich, right?
Yep.
You know me?
I heard about you from Meryl.
My future best
So
friend.
you're here to rescue me?
Sorry, but no. There's something that I've got to do first.
Oh. Well, at least you're not one of them.
Are you hurt?
I'm okay. I just twisted my ankle a little bit trying to get away.
Well, if that's all, it's nothing to worry about. I want to ask you something. I need information about Metal Gear.
Huh? Metal Gear?
Yeah. What's Metal Gear really designed for?
It's a mobile TMD. It's designed to shoot down nuclear missiles. Only for defensive purposes, of course.
Liar. I already know that Metal Gear is nothing but a nuclear-equipped walking deathmobile.
Nuclear? What are you talking about?
The terrorists are planning to use Metal Gear to launch a nuclear missile. You telling me you didn't know?
They're gonna put a dismantled warhead into Metal Gear's TMD missile module?
Wrong. From the beginning, the purpose of this exercise was to test Metal Gear's nuclear launch capability using a dummy nuclear warhead. The terrorists are just continuing the work you started.
No, you're wrong.
I heard it directly from your boss, Baker.
No. A nuclear missile on Rex?
So you really didn't know?
No. All the armament was built by a separate department, and the President personally supervised the final assembly of the main unit.
President Baker?
Yeah. I was never told exactly what they armed Rex with. I only know it's equipped with a Vulcan cannon, a laser, and a railgun.
A railgun, you said?
Yeah. It uses magnets to fire bullets at extremely high velocities. The technology was originally developed for the SDI system and later scrapped. We were successful in miniaturizing it in a joint venture between Arms Tech and Rivermore National Labs. The railgun is on Rex's right arm.
Metal Gear's main function is to launch nuclear missiles. You sure you're not forgetting something?
It's true that Metal Gear has a missile module on his back that can carry up to 8 missiles, but are you saying it was originally meant to carry nuclear missiles?
Yeah, but that's not all, I think. If Metal Gear fired only standard nuclear missiles, then they should already have all the practical data they need.
No. Could it be? Metal Gear's co-developer, Rivermore National Labs, was working on a new type of nuclear weapon. They were using Nova and NIF laser nuclear fusion testing equipment and supercomputers.
So they developed a new type of nuclear weapon in a VR testing lab, huh?
Yes, but you can't use virtual data on a battlefield. They would need actual launch data. These are some of the supercomputers. If you link these, you can test everything in a virtual environment. But it's all just theoretical.
So this exercise was designed to test the real thing.
What did our president do? If the terrorists launched that thing... Damn. Damn. I'm such a fool. It's all my fault.
Oh, hell. No, it's not. You're just doing...
The truth is...
You're just doing your job.
My grandfather was part of the Manhattan Project. He suffered with the guilt for the rest of his life. And my father... He was born on August 6th, 1945.
The day of the Hiroshima bomb. God's got a sense of humor, all right.
3 generations of Emmerich men. We must have the curse of nuclear weapons written into our DNA.
Well, one of those.
I used to think that I could
have
use
no problem
science
with
to
doing
help
that, though.
mankind. But the one that wound up getting used was me. Using science to help mankind.
I'm not gonna say
in the
who.
movies.
I'm just saying.
Enough crying. Pull yourself together. Where is
Hal
Metal
has some
Gear?
remorse.
Where
Well,
on this base are they keeping it?
after finding out that he's being used. And his grandfather, as I said, suffered through the guilt for the rest of his life.
Underground maintenance
So
base.
that only
Where's
just leaves
that?
one person.
North of the communications tower, but it's a long way there.
The emergency override system for the detonation code is there too.
Yeah, in the maintenance base control room. You'd better hurry. If they were planning a launch from the start, then their ballistic program is probably finished. And since they haven't called for me in a few hours, they must not need me. In other words, they must be ready to launch.
Meryl's got the detonation code override keys. We'll link up with her.
If we can't override the launch, we'll have to destroy Rex. I'll show you the way.
On that leg of yours, you'll just slow me down.
You'll need me if you're gonna destroy Rex.
I don't need you. I just need your brain.
I created Rex. It's my right, my duty to destroy him.
If you get a chance, try to escape. When the coast is clear, I'll contact you by codec.
How am I supposed to escape from an island?
Okay.
What then?
Didn't
Want
think
you to
about
hide
that, I'd
somewhere
say.
and keep me informed. You know this place well, don't you?
Of course I do. And don't worry, I've got this.
Whoa, where are you?
It's the same stealth
The spear.
technology as the Ninja. Foxhound was gonna use them, but with this I'll be fine. Bad leg and all.
Good. But I want Meryl to watch after you too.
Dare need to kneel down for that.
Meryl, the engineer's okay.
That's a relief.
I want you to look after him. Where are you now?
Very close.
There she is! Over there!
Oh no! Damn, they've spotted me.
Meryl, what happened? Something's wrong.
Did you hear something? Wasn't that some kind of music?
What did she look like?
She was wearing the same green uniform as the terrorists.
A disguise?
She had such a cute way of walking. She kind of wiggles her behind.
You were really looking.
Well, she's got a very cute behind.
Way of walking, huh?
Why are you questioning it, Snake?
If she's
You've seen it.
disguised as the enemy, you'll have to contact her when she's alone, huh? There's only one place where we can be sure she's by herself.
Where's that?
Don't be so dense.
Actually, I didn't understand that first time either.
Here, use this security card. It's security level 4.
You're not in pain, are you?
Huh?
You feel okay? Nothing bothering you?
What's wrong? Getting all friendly all of a sudden.
No, nothing. I'm glad you're okay.
You're strange.
I'm a little nervous. Everyone else I've saved suddenly dies.
You're bad luck.
Forget it, Doctor.
Call me Otacon.
Otacon?
It stands for Otaku Convention. And Otaku's a guy like me who likes Japanimation. Japan was the first country to successfully make bipedal robots. They're still the best in the field of robotics.
And Japanese cartoons played some part in that?
They did. I didn't get into science to make nuclear weapons, you know.
That's what all scientists say.
I became a scientist because I wanted to make robots like the ones in the Japanese animes. Really, it's true.
Just sounds like a childish excuse to me.
You're right. We have to take responsibility. Science has always thrived on war. Greatest weapons of mass destruction were created by scientists who wanted to be famous. But that's all over now. I won't take part in murder anymore.
Whatever. All I want from you is information.
Sure. I know everything about this whole base. Ask me anything about Rex or about this place. Also, with this stealth camouflage, I can sneak in and out of the armory and mess hall. If you need ammo or rations, just tell me and I'll bring them to you.
Right.
I'm on frequency 141.12. See you later.
Bye, friend. I thought your leg was bad. Your ankle's bad. Okay. Let's just go through the corridor and then land another day. Well, 4. Okay. Oh, this number says 1. I haven't got whatever is in there. Oops. Stun grenade. Stun grenade. Yeah, it won't be in chat for a while anyway. It's fine. Ration, perfectly fine ration too. Or maybe we should meet up with Meryl first before we enter the bed. So we can start off. Oof. Oh. And we got discovered there again. The box makes you feel safe. You hear it squeaking.
Don't move.
Point, 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 point.
That's the second time I've been able to
Oh,
sneak up on
thanks
the
for that
legendary
save.
Solid Snake.
You're Meryl? There's no way you could pass for a man for long.
What do you mean?
Yeah, it's enough
Hey, men aren't
time
allowed
to
in
put
here.
on her
I had
pants.
no idea you were so feminine.
This is no time to try and hit on me, Snake. Besides, it's a waste of time. When I joined up, they gave me psychotherapy to destroy my interest in men.
Same smart mouth. You're Meryl, all right. Are you hurt?
Not yet. After all, I was disguised as a genome soldier.
So why'd you change? You'd be a lot better off dressed like one of them.
I got tired of disguising myself. The truth is, the uniform smelled like blood.
What's that mark?
Huh? Oh, this? It's a paint tattoo. It's not
I mean,
real. I was a fan
why
of
would it,
Foxhound way
though?
back. When
I mean,
guys
you're
like
the one
you and
who's
my uncle
responsible
were
for
in it.
beating up
None
Johnny.
of that gene therapy like there is today. You guys were real heroes.
There are no heroes in war. All the heroes I know are either dead or in prison. One or the other.
But Snake, you're a hero, aren't you?
I'm just a man who's good at what he does. Killing. There's no winning or losing for a mercenary. The only winners in war are the people.
That's right, and you fight for the people.
I've never fought for anyone but myself. I've got no purpose in life, no ultimate goal.
Come on.
It's only when I'm cheating death on the battlefield. The only time I feel truly alive.
Seeing other people die makes you feel alive, huh? You love war and don't want it to stop? Is it the same with all great soldiers throughout history?
Why didn't you contact me?
My codec was broken.
Is that all?
Shouldn't you just be happy we met up like this? How did you recognize me in disguise?
So apart from Snake, is everybody's codec just like an earpiece?
Yeah, you've got a great butt.
Oh, I see. First it's my eyes, now it's my butt. What's next?
On the battlefield, you never think about what's next.
Yeah, put some pants
So,
on.
Snake, how are the negotiations going?
No progress.
So it's all up to you, huh?
Somebody's got to stop them from launching a nuclear missile.
There are two ways. Either we destroy Metal
Where,
Gear
where
or...
was she keeping her
Override
second
the
pair of
detonation
pants?
code. You got the card keys from Baker?
Card keys. You mean this?
Where are the others? There should be 3 keys.
This is all I've got.
Where could the other 2 be?
I have no idea, but they must be somewhere. If we can't find them, we'll have no choice but to destroy Metal Gear.
Metal Gear is in an underground maintenance base to the north.
Take me too. I know this place better than you do.
You'll just slow me down. You don't have enough battle experience.
I won't slow you down, I promise.
And what if you do?
Then you can shoot me.
I don't like to waste bullets.
Got it. I'll be careful. You know, I don't use makeup the way other women do. I hardly ever look at myself in the mirror. I've always despised that kind of woman. I always dreamed of becoming a soldier. But I was wrong. It wasn't really my dream. My father, he was killed in action when I was younger.
You wanted to follow in your father's footsteps?
Not really. I thought that if I became a soldier, I could understand him better.
So are you a soldier yet?
I thought I was until today, but now I understand. The truth is, I was just afraid of looking at myself, afraid of having to make my own decisions in life. But I'm not gonna lie to myself anymore. It's time I took a long, hard look at myself. I want to know who I am, what I'm capable of. I want to know why I've lived the way I've lived until now. I want to know.
Take a good look. You won't get another chance for a while. You should wash your face too while you're at it. This isn't a training exercise. Our lives are riding on this. There are no heroes or heroines. If you lose, you're worm food.
Yeah.
Is that FAMAS functional?
Unfortunately, it's out of ammo.
Where'd you get that Desert Eagle?
I found it in the armory. It's a .50 caliber Action Express. There was a SOCOM pistol too, but I chose this.
Huh, so I got a leftover, huh? Isn't that gun a little big for a girl?
Don't worry, I can handle it.
Come on, use my 45.
Listen, I've used a gun like this since I was 8 years old. I'm more comfortable with it than I am with a bra.
How much
If
stuff
we're gonna
can
go to the
fit
north,
in
we'll
there?
have to go through the commander's room on this floor. The overland route is blocked by glaciers. The door to the commander's room is security level 5. This card will open it. It was inside the pocket of the uniform I was wearing.
Looks like he must have been guarding someplace important.
Okay, let's go. I know this place better than you. I'll be point man. Follow me. That's strange. There's no guard.
What happened to the music?
I'll keep a lookout. Make sure you're ready, okay?
We're gonna have to do that another time. Actually, let's talk to everybody.
Colonel, your niece is fine.
Thank goodness.
We can't relax. Not yet.
I know. Snake.
She's quite a woman.
As commander of this operation, I can't ask you to watch after Meryl, but...
Duty first?
Maybe I was wrong. Sending my own flesh and blood to war.
She understands about duty.
I know she does.
But what I want to know is, what was the real purpose of this military exercise?
I don't know. Like I said, I'm nothing more than a middleman.
Is this transmission being monitored by the military?
Of course.
I get it. All the world's a stage and we're merely players, right?
Yes, but even players can influence the play.
I just hope we can prevent it from having a bad ending.
You managed to link up with Meryl. Good. So now, you must have the card keys that will override the detonation code. You should hurry. The time limit is running out.
Come on, guys. It's been only like, what, 3 hours? Still like 15 more. Hey, no debts.
Found
You're
Meryl.
actually surprised.
Хорошо.
Хорошо.
Otacon said that now it's possible to design and test new types of nuclear weapons in a virtual simulation without ever exploding a nuclear device. Is that true?
Yes, it is true. Since the establishment of DART and NEEF early in the 21st century, there has been a wealth of data concerning nuclear fission and fusion. There is also much data accumulated from the nuclear
although
tests
this game came
conducted
out
over
in
the last 4
1998,
decades. With the processing speed of today's
the in-game
supercomputers,
date
they can design
is
a
2004,
new nuclear
2005
weapon
or something.
through virtual reality computer simulations.
I can't remember. Yeah, anyway. Don't forget about you.
It's a good thing you hooked up with Meryl. You should have seen the Colonel. He doesn't like to let it show because he's the boss, but he was so happy he could barely contain himself.
Hooked up as in that I met up with her. I did not hook up.
Talk to you later, Snake.
Anyway. Just want to know. This 5. This is 6. This is 5. Okay. The answer. The bottom left. Okay. Well, it's not really needed right now. But we'll continue this next week. Tomorrow, though, we'll continue with Raido Kuzunoa versus Solus Army. I'm not sure if I'm going to play that for the next 4 days, or I'll try to find something else. But yeah, that is for today. We have Metal Gear Mondays. Big progress. I thought I thought it was a bit rusty. It turned out fine. We haven't been discovered yet, apart from, the shooting portion of the game. Or after Dr. Chief. No deaths either. But we have killed a lot. But hey, that's just how it is. So, what else? Yeah, I'm trying to think what to play apart from Ride Up was in a lot. Or we can just go ahead and continue with Assassin's Creed Unity. But I don't know. Hey, Meryl.
What? What is it?
Yeah, just looking at you.
What are you staring at?
Staring at you.
Come on, Snake. Don't stare at me like that.
Yeah, so psychotherapy is working really, really well, huh?
What are you doing? We've got to get a move on. What? What is it?
It's actually turning red. You don't really notice. Maybe a little bit shiver. Think. Maybe. It's hard to tell.
Come on, Snake.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Like that.
It's just not noticeable because it kind of looks like shadow, but it is kind of pinkish.
What are you doing? We've got to get a move on.
No, we're not. We're not gonna get a move on. Do that. Not for today. So yeah.
What? What is it?
So, summary. Um,
What are you staring at?
Solid Snake, hero from the previous two games that have not yet played, Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2,
Snake.
has come out of retirement because of nuclear threat. Terrorists have apparently taken over an Alaskan base.
Like that.
They're sent into.
Snake, let's hurry up and go to the commander's room.
Oh, she got really red.
What are you doing? We've got to get a move on.
Oh yeah, so we were sent in to in order to save the DARPA chief and ArmSec president, and to see whether the terrorists can launch a nuke, and if they can, stop it. If they can't stop it, destroy it. But unfortunately, DARPA chief and ArmSec president's dead, and we're and supposedly the terrorists can launch a nuke because they already got the codes from the two guys.
What are you doing? We've got to get a move on.
What else? So we're supposed to try to stop it using the pallet keys.
What is it?
And we met up with Meryl, which is the Colonel's niece.
What are you staring at?
So yeah, we want to find out what happens. So there are actually multiple ways to find out what happens next. You can check out somebody else play through, or you can check it out with me next week.
Don't stare at me like that.
If there's any streams you may have missed, you can check out my YouTube channel, VODs Under a Rock. It's an archive from my streams on Twitch. You can also check out Residence Under a Rock, which is my streaming channel, which around last year I played the entirety of Yakuza 0 to 6. Yeah.
What are you staring at?
No, just taking a break from Yakuza after Dead Souls. Hey, if you made it this far,
come on, Snake.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you next time. Bye.
Don't stare at me like that. What are you doing? We've got to get a move on. What? What is it? What are you staring at? Come on, Snake.